Hello, welcome to the World Society and my first ever bookshelf tour. I'm really excited. However, this will be the third bookshelf tour on this YouTube channel. But to clarify, Sunny made the other two ones and they're really good. You should go and watch. Give us the views. But I'm really excited though because I recently decluttered all of the books and now I only have the books that I'm really excited to read and the books that I really love, and I try to organize them in the way that, you know, Lena Norms, which had that YouTube series during the first part of the pandemic where we watched her color coordinated bookshelf. I try to do that with worse execution because first of all, my books are harder to color coordinate because the greens are not as green and it's like really weird hues. I'm really proud of my black bookshelf and the grays, but everything else is a mess. So let's go and look at the mess. The first thing that I'm gonna talk about is my undesirable number one Hermione Granger. What do you call this? Placket? I don't know what they call this. I got it at a flea market and no one else decorating it. I discovered it in like a drawer and I was like, that's a shame. I can't believe I did that to Hermione. You need to be placed in eyesight so everybody can admire it. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Let's talk about the books. Let's zoom in a little bit more. The first book on my shelf is The Autonomy of Being by Shinyi Moon. I got this many years ago, still haven't read it, but it's a poetry collection that I'm really excited to get to. The second book on my black book section isn't that black at all. It's really colorful. It's Things Bright and Beautiful by Anabara Salam. This is actually one of the first books a publisher ever sent to me, and if I take one thing out of it, oh my god, you'll see this that they also sent with it. I think so I'm gonna keep it with the book, obviously. Another book that isn't really white at all is Håll Andan by Flora Wiström. A book that is black and beautiful is Eloquent Range by Brittany Cooper. I don't know why I said it like that. It's one of my favorite books ever. Me and Sunny, the other host of this channel, I think either read it together or read it in a really close time frame, and it's superb. If you haven't read it, what's wrong with you? Get to it very soon. And obviously I have my Hufflepuff edition of the Philosopher's Stone. I got rid of literally most of my Harry Potter collection and just kept my favorite books and my favorite editions of them, and this is my favorite edition of Philosopher's Stone. As a Hufflepuff, it would be a shame if I just, a travesty even, if I let it go. So I'm not gonna let it go. Elsa. Then I have We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union, one of my favorite actresses. Whoop whoop. Sunny, that host of the channel, actually got this for me and it was a surprise, and I read it in like a couple of days afterwards and I love to read. I think I even talked about it in my memoir ranking video that you should definitely watch. Whoop whoop. And a new book on my shelf is Bless the Daughter by Wasar Shahir. I got this in Paris. If you watched my latest video, you would know that I went to Paris and it's one of the books that I got from there. I was considering putting it down and getting it another time, but then I opened the book and it said that Wassan, oh my gosh, is Somali, and as a Somali it would be another travesty if I you know, let it go. I'm not gonna make that Frozen reference again, I'm so sorry. And this is a book that I have thought about letting go. I need to be stopped. I'm sorry, but every time I go through my books, as I look at it, I'm like, I got this when it was getting like some, not hype, but like discussion on Tumblr, and I don't even know, like 2014. But I really want to get to it, even though I still don't know what it's about, but I just know it's gonna make me angry possibly. If you read it and you possibly recommend it or you don't recommend it, talk to me in the comments because I'm reconsidering my purchase. The next book is The Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And over here we can go through the books there. The first book is oh my god, let's zoom out a little bit. is, oh my gosh, can you focus? Come on now, it's like me in math class. Can you please focus, Sumaya? There you go. Is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Parkins Gilman, and I got this in this edition. I really love the book, actually. Well, it's really a book. It's really small. I love it. The second book here is Letters to a Young Poet by Rainer Maria Rilke. I think that's how you say it. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced it. A book that I also read in one sitting and loved very much. And of course I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, a book that I still haven't read and that I need to read, and that Sunny purchased for me, so I need to get to it very soon. And then I have a poetry collection called Metroiter by Horans Egdal. Another collection, I feel like I'm just gonna say this with every book. I haven't read this book, but I'm excited about it. Then we have Svartkvinna by Fanny Enda Norby. I have Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. And lastly, on that small shelf, I have a books stack. I have Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. And in a very smooth stack, I have the Hunger Games trilogy. And expect a video about the books very soon. Hint, hint. Then we have another book that isn't very black at all the Light That We Cannot See by Anthony Durer. And then we have Fanny and Alexander by Ingman Bergman. I think it's the script. Let me check. Kinda. I just know there's a movie that with the same title that Ingman Bergman did, and we got this book when we graduated high school, and I still haven't got to it. Maybe for that reason, high school memories live. I have The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Then we have Ellen's Gåta by Hanni Mankell, a book that I took from my school library when I was in the 6th grade. Still haven't returned it. So I don't know why I'm confessing to that now. I don't want to like get a bill in the mail. Then we have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, another book that I took from my school in the 6th grade and still haven't returned, mainly because of the cover. I was like, oh, this cover is really nice. The school is not gonna miss this. And here is where I keep all of the magazines that I collect. I can like do some b-roll later, take them out each individually, but I collect magazines mainly from Vogue. I have another magazine book that I got. It's a magazine, but it's like basically a book. I can like almost kill somebody with it. But I just noticed I have one book there. I have the films by Marilyn Monroe that I thrifted and that I have photographed a lot on my Instagram, and I bought it mainly for the idea to like read about one movie and then watch the movie and then slowly get through the entire book. Hasn't happened yet, and the only reason why it's with my magazine collection is because the size of the book doesn't really fit anywhere else. And from there, smooth transitions, we have the red books. It's not really red, let me explain. This is the orange, pink, red side with a dash of white. And let's start with the small book stack there on the screen. That. I can't really speak today. The first book is En komikers uppväxt by Jonas Gardell. I think I could say really proudly, boldly, that it's my favorite Swedish book. Then I have 1984 by George Orwell. Then I have I'm not gonna fix it. The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur, the sequel-ish to Milk and Honey. I have The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stefan Chbosky, maybe related to Robin Chbosky, I don't know. A book that I love. I'm not gonna say more than that. It's really obvious if you think about me. Obviously I'm gonna love Perks of Being a Wallflower. And then I have Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Honestly, I'm really proud of this thrift find. I got this for 5 kronor in a thrift store, and it's a hardcover, barely used, so Kaching kaching for moi. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! So my books kind of fell on the ground. Oh my god, my heart. Let me deal with this and then I come back. Oh my god.
1 hour later.
I really didn't mean for this bookshelf tour to get really chaotic, but that happened. I have recharged my battery and let's continue. I really don't want to like refilm all of that, so that happened. I'm not gonna fake it. It happened. Let's continue. I think I just had a lot of books on that shelf. They're really heavy and this entire thing is not sturdy. My mom got it from like some auntie that had it for like 40 years, so yeah. I have Aniara by Harry Martinson, a Swedish poet that I kind of like. I have Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, the 20th anniversary edition. I had a moment a while back where I was really into this show, and it's actually the first book that I ever purchased online, and I was really like confused about like shipping and stuff. I think I must have been like 15, way too young to be reading Outlander, I know. And then I have Illuminate, the first book in the Illuminate files by J. Christoph and Amy Guffman. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that name. And then I have Rage Becomes Her by Soraya Shamali, a book that I really love and I have talked way too much about, so I'm gonna shut up now. And I have Adulthood is a Myth. I think it's the first one in the Sarah Scribbles collection by Sarah Anderson. I have possibly the first yellow orange ebook, and it's Educated by Tara Westover. Then I have The Hound of Baskerville by Arthur Conan Doyle. And of course, in the red section, I have The Catcher. Oh my god, it's gonna fall. It's not. I have The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, a book that I read in English class and that I didn't like at all. I have The Girl of the Ink and Stars by... Oh, I can't read that font. I'm far away and I can't really see the book, but I got this a long time ago on when Bookstagram was really impressionable on my like purchasing decisions, and I haven't read it yet. And of course I have Winnie the Pooh because why not? All of us need one wholesome book in our book collection. I have I'll Give You the Sun by JD Jandy Nelson. I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I have Hur jag dog by Niklas Ekdahl, another Swedish book that I haven't read yet. I have A Woman Is No Man by Efta Ram, the first book that we ever read in the World Society Book Club, so it has a sentimental value, and the cover, come on now. I have The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I got it mainly because of Oprah, and I'm not gonna explain more than that. I have Dr. Gras by Halmar Söderberg, another Swedish book that we read in Swedish class and that I thoroughly loved. It's a classic though, so it should have an English translation. I can have it on the screen if there is one. I have Sophie by Philippa Rice, and of course the last book here, Your Silence Will Not Protect You by R.J. Lord. Another classic that you should definitely read. So on a scale from 1 to like 5, how would you rate the red and a dash of white section? I'm gonna give it a solid 3. I tried, and that's the best I could ask for. The black section, if you go down a bit, here is the blue and green section. The first thing that I should probably point out is my bookmarks. I'll show you my favorites. The first book, however, is Min mormor hälsar säger förlåt by Fredrik Backman. Oh my god, what's the English translation? My grandma says hello and I'm sorry, I can't remember, but that one. I have I väntan på Boy Agnes. I struggle with reading sometimes. I have The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. If I zoom out a little bit more, you'll see that the next book is En skörd av tårar of Edvard Tantik. Oh my god, I struggle with names and reading, I'm so sorry, but I got this one secondhand book shopping, mainly because of the cover. So beautiful. Then I have Tell Me the Planets by Ben Platt Mills. I have the sequel to Gemini, Gemina. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna try again. The sequel to Illuminate. The next book is Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. And then I have På Cecil's Beach by Ian McWayne, an Irish author, I believe. I have Night by Elle Wiesel, another Swedish book with the light does not do the book cover justice. It's Rich Boy by, oh my god, Caroline Ringskog Fredan Louin. It's a long name. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. The next book is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. Also Emil i Lönneberga by Astrid Lindgren, a classic that every Swedish kid read or watched when they were growing up. And the next book is another one that I stole from my school, this time in the 2nd or 3rd grade. I don't know why, I just really wanted one, and I thought teaching myself more facts could like teach me more so I can like be ready when I got one. A book title that I would have used for my memoir, Big Mushy Happy Lump, the second one in the Sarah Scribbles collection by Sarah Anderson. I have my favorite edition of Prisoner of Azkaban cover. I mean, look at it. There's nothing better. If there is something better, do tell me in the comments. I have The Hating Game by Sally Throne. Honestly, I think... And there it goes. Honestly, I'm never gonna read this book, so I'm just gonna donate it. I have The Hating Game by Sally Throne. I'm gonna put it away now somewhere else. I have The Black Unicorn by Audre Lorde. Sister Outsider, also by Audre Lorde. I have Stanna by Flora Wiström. Another book that I bought when I was in Paris is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm pretty sure in Shakespeare & Co. I'll check. No, I bought it in Smith & Sons. I can tell by... Can you focus? I can tell by the receipt. I have En man som heter Ove by Fredrik Backman. I have Egenmäktig förfarande by Lena Andersson. And last book here is The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that last name. But a book that broke me into many pieces. So as you can tell, this is the most random book section. There's no color coordination. This is the bookshelf that I kind of gave up on, because the other ones, at least you can see that I tried a little bit, but these are the ones that I didn't get enough space anywhere else. So let's start with the small book stack there in the middle. The first one is The Ballad of Reading Gaol by Oscar Wilde, but translated in French on one page and English on the other one. I have The Master's Tools Will Not Dismantle the Master's House. I think this one is a small collection with either just that essay or more essays. I don't feel like checking. My next Swedish poetry collection is Vit Svit by Antonia Fardrogsta, and I totally butchered that last name. I'm really sorry. Another book that I thrifted but don't really see myself reading anytime soon is The Last Marilyn, The Last Months. I don't know why. I think I got it when I got the films of Marilyn Monroe during the same time. I must have gone through like some kind of phase. But yeah, that one. Then I have From Democracy to Dictatorship by Gene Sharp. And this must be a Swedish translation, but I have Jag är 15 år och vill inte dö by Christine Arthurni. Another Swedish translation, Mitt hat får ni inte. I think the English translation is You will not have my hate, if I'm not wrong. I have The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. I feel like I need to first of all zoom out a little bit and explain this book in particular. The English translation would be There's a Special Place in Hell for Women Who Don't Help Each Other. I got this from my neighbor when I graduated high school. I don't know what she's trying to imply there, but thanks for the book, hon. Another advanced reader copy that I got many years ago that I still haven't read. Oh my gosh. It's The Adulterers by Joe Dunthorne. Sorry, Mr. Dunthorne, I'll read your book really soon. I have Aldrig Våld by Astrid Lindgren. I have the first Saga comic. Another book that I purchased. This time I have read it, but I haven't continued with the other ones. Don't have a reason though. This one was really good. I have Vägen till henne by Margareta Skanste. I definitely butchered that last one part, but I got this one because the book is about women's lack thereof part in history, and it sounded really interesting. The next one is first of all a translated book into Swedish, I believe, because I've seen people on TikTok talk about it. It's Edvard Törnells Fantastiska Resa by Kate DiCamillo, I think has to say it. Also another book that I took from my school when I was in like the 2nd grade or something. Are we seeing a pattern? I don't know, are we? Another book that I took from my school. Oh my god. This time by mistake, and then I graduated and I couldn't return it. I mean, I could, but I just don't want to. It's The Interpreter of Maltese. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad now. I'm so scared of like getting a bill in the mail now. I'm sorry, school. This is not a bit. I have also taken this book from school when I was in like the 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh my god, I didn't know it was this bad. Anyway, this book is Sagan om den lilla farbron by Barbro Lindgren. This next book I have not stolen. However, it was given to me to read by a friend, and then I never got to it, and now she's moved away. So is it mine? Possibly. Anyway, it's Glappet by Kristina Härmström. And yeah, I'm sorry, Anna, I'm gonna get to it really soon. And of course, if I have Pride and Prejudice, I also have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And for some reason, I have Dracula by Bram Stoker. Stoker. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for butchering that name. But I'm pretty sure the author has passed now, so it doesn't make it okay, but whatever. And a book that I really love, Jane Austen by Charlotte Bronte. Wow, a name that I didn't butcher. I have Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, is that how you say it? Let's go with it. And then I have Jaga vatten by Elin Strömberg. And of course the paperback edition of Order of the Phoenix, because it's the first edition paperback, so I got it. And I have my favorite edition of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince because it's a first edition. And we have made it to the last book in this bookshelf tour. I have The Deathly Hallows, the last book in Harry Potter series, and I also got this one because it's a first edition, and I got it for like 20 kronor. 20 kronor for first edition Harry Potter. That might not seem a lot for other people, but like in my small Swedish town, wow. I skipped Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. I'm gonna go with that. once again, what do we give this part of my bookshelf? I'm gonna give it a 0, maybe like a 1, because I wouldn't have anywhere else to put these books. And yeah, I could have done better, because if you just look at all the books, they have like nothing in common. Anyway. This bookshelf tour has taken all the energy that I had for the day. Wow, that took me like 2+ hours to do, and I have like less than 60 books. And what makes me really sad is I see more books over there by my bed that I haven't even filmed. I'm just gonna like do some b-roll. I'm too tired. Girl. I can't imagine how long it takes like bigger YouTubers to have like a lot more books. How long does it take for them? Oh my god. They make it seem so easy. I'm just gonna make another video after this, but that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna eat some food and like take a fat nap. Anyway, if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you. And if you have, please give my overall book collection organization a grade from like a 1 to a 5. I think overall I'm gonna give it a 3. I really tried. My book organization is not as good as like Lena Norm's and her beautifully like organized books. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.